All right. Okay. All right. Friday morning practice. So welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. And it's an honor to guide your practice, and it's an honor to honor your practice. Just to be in this space together, separate yet together. Or I miss hearing you breathe and all of these things, but we're supporting each other here as we are, and that's a lovely thing. Okay. So let's start like we did. If you were with me last night, we just started with the palms facing up. And take a nice long inhale. And as you exhale, let your eyes close, your jaw drop, your breath release, your chin drop, your shoulders drop. And just taking a few breaths, settling into your seat. And this is where the practice really begins, as we guide our awareness inside. Start to notice this body as it is. Even feel the energy field around you as you begin your practice. And knowing that we are shifting that energy throughout the practice, and the air you feel surrounding you now is going to be very different in an hour. So tuning into even the temperature you feel on your hands, quality of your breath. And take your next inhale, full inhale in. And as you exhale, join the palms together in front of your heart. And with great reverence and devotion, honoring this space and this place and this time you've set aside to simply be. And into that, as you inhale, press your sit bones into the earth, lengthen yourself tall. Exhale your breath here. And join with me as we open practice and chant Om 3 times. Inhale. Bowing your chin. Release your hands to your thighs and lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, friends. So let's start in a downward dog, just that downward dog, just to feel your hands, feel your feet, let the head go. Just feel your breath. And downward dog is not where you want to be. We are going to come onto the back in a moment. So you're welcome to just pop onto your back and be there. Otherwise, taking your dog. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Good. Oh, looks so nice. Good. And then just feeling into the backs of your legs, your heels, your hips. Oh, stretching yourself so long here as you press the thighs back and anchor the heels of the hands down and forward. You move your head around like you're saying a very slow no or yes, or even doing some neck circling with your head. Good. Pedal your feet a little bit. So you bend one knee, press one heel to the earth and switch. Good. Okay, well, let's start with a little hop. And so you're just going to hop up your feet, maybe like halfway. Just a little hop. And then settle into this version of forward fold. So if you need to bend your knees, do that. But send your hips back, hands on the floor. Take 3 breaths here. And then turn so the feet are a little wider apart than a hip distance. Turn your toes out, heels in, and drop down into a squat. And we're going to come right back up. So if it's a half squat, that's fine. Okay, on your inhale, lift your hips, come back up. Turn your feet to point straight and fold down into this like not quite forward fold, not quite downward dog. Shift your hips back. And let's do that again. So bring your hips over your ankles, turn your toes out, lower down into your version of this squat. Take a breath in and out. And then again, on your inhalation, anchor the hands, lift the hips, turn your feet. This time, let's pigeon toe the feet a little bit. And then rock your hips back, bend your knees. And last time, just set yourself back up for squat. Exhale, release down wherever you go here. And if you feel very anchored, lift your arms up in the air. You look up, smile, and release your arms. Lift the hips as you inhale, come back. Okay, we're gonna come onto your back, and you can do that any way you like, but this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna walk my hands forward and jump my feet back again into downward dog. And then just take a breath here, and now I'm gonna jump and cross the ankles in midair. So I lift the heels, bend the knees. You look forward, give a little jump, and as you jump, just cross your feet. You don't have to do anything more fancy than that. And then bring yourself down. Take a blanket if you like for underneath your head or underneath your torso. Bring your block and your strap with you. And we are going to do Supta Padagustasana, so the leg up will move the leg. So if you like a little support for underneath your hip or whatever, we'll start with the right. So you can have a blanket on the right side. So you have a block with you, you have your strap, and any other props you need. And as we come down onto the back, just take a few moments here to just feel whatever, you need to drop into the floor. Feel yourself resting here. I have my knees bent. You could have your legs straight. Okay. We'll just take the arms and lift them up and over the head, if that's okay for you. Backs of the hands to the floor. And then you can let your arms relax while they're there. And let's take 3 breaths like this, just nice, easy breaths. And melt your back into the earth. So you don't have to push it, just release it. And if your legs are straight, you might bend them now, place the feet on the floor. As you inhale, reach your arms away from you, arch your back. And as you exhale, bring the knees in, hands come up and over, grab hold of your knees, hug them in and out, and let your arms guide them. So you pull the knees in, maybe the tailbone even lifts, and we press the knees away and the arms become straight. So your hands might be turning on your knees just to do this. And we're going to come to squat on our back. So you can separate your knees apart, pull them into their respective shoulders. Flex your feet a little bit, and then anchor or take your tailbone to the floor as best as you can. So that you feel your low back is being, maybe it's lifting a little bit, but feel your sacrum into the floor. Open your mouth, release your jaw, and pull these knees in. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, let's keep the right knee where it is. Place the left foot on the floor, and then interlace your fingers on top of the right shin. Good. And we'll just pull this right knee in a little bit more. You might be able to take your hands down to the shin or a little bit lower. And just breathe here. Okay. Take your left hand and just rest it on your left thigh. And if it doesn't quite reach, you can rest on your tummy or somewhere else. And we're going to take this right leg into half happy baby. So the right arm comes to the inside of this right knee. Catch hold of the baby toe edge of your foot. Start to lift the sole of the foot up. And I know it's very early in our practice, so if this feels too crunchy, you can also take the arm and it can go behind this right knee and you can just hold on to the shin if that's better for you, or the calf or the ankle. Just modify. Good. We'll take 2 more breaths and just let everything soften here. Whatever needs to happen, just let that happen. Good. Okay, so I'm going to switch, but from full happy baby. So I'll bring the left leg in, take a full happy baby. So you're holding on to the left leg like you are the right, and then release the right foot to the floor. Right hand can rest on the right thigh or anywhere else there. Good. And then just dropping in here, let gravity do its thing. So you feel, the left knee wants to drop, the right hip wants to lift, that's totally fine. Just be in this shape and let the body, take the shape. Like, when you pour water into a container, it takes that shape. Okay, 2 more breaths. Good. And then release, let both feet settle to the floor. And we're going to take Baddha Konasana. And so just heel toe your feet together, soles of the feet together, knees open. And I don't have any props here. We're not here for long. Just going to squeeze and press your feet towards each other. And keep the feet pressing into each other as you lift the knees up. And they don't have to come up super high, obviously. We're going to keep the soles of the feet pressing. And then open the knees out wherever they're going to go. Press the feet together. Bring your Suzanne Summers Thigh Master in. And then open. And let's do that just 2 more times. So you're pressing the feet. Bring the knees up. Keep the soles of the feet together. Release. And last one. And release. Good. And then lift the knees up. Heel toe the feet nice and wide. Pigeon toe your feet. Drop the knees in towards each other. And with the knees in towards each other and your feet feeling like they're pigeon toed, press your knees together so strongly. Thighs together so strongly. And then see if you can soften your belly a little bit. It's going to harden, probably, most likely. See, can you keep the squeezing of the knees soften? Soften what you can. Even the shoulders. And then keep the knees together, but as if they want to come apart, just slide the right knee forward and then the left knee forward. So they're still pressing against each other, but you're just doing this little bit of push one. It's just a very small movement. Your knees might be moving like half an inch. But what you're going to feel too is that the hips are moving, and you might feel like, oh, there's this part here that I feel that I don't normally get into. So just do this little rocking of pressing the knees, sliding them one in front of the other. 1, 2, 3 more times. And then just rest in this basic resting pose. So the knees are together, but now you've taken all effort out. And again, I'm going to bring the arms over the head. Just take 3 nice breaths here. Good. Okay. And then separate the knees apart, heel toe your feet to a comfortable hip distance place. And we'll bring the right knee in. We're just going to interlace the fingers, hug the knee in, flex the foot, press the knee into the hands like it wants to go away, and the hands are going to pull back. And at the same time as you're doing this like isometric action of pushing the knee into the hands, pulling back, take that right hip, the outer right hip, and aim it towards the back of the mat. Okay? And now keep that integrity in your right leg and add a little bit of pressure to the left foot, sole of the foot pressing into the floor. Okay, 2 more breaths like this, all this effort. Okay, now keep the shape, but release all the effort. So keep the shape. You can even let the right foot relax. The left knee might kind of drop out a little bit. Let the shoulders drop. Okay, and just to feel like how much space there is between doing nothing in this shape and then bringing in the integrity. Slowly start to bring in all that integrity again. So you flex the right foot, you press the knee into the hands pull back, anchor the left foot, and just feel everything that's coming into play. You're going to pull that right hip away from your head. Good. And then release, set the right foot on the floor. Hands can rest on your tummy. You can turn the heels out, drop the knees in towards each other, or just be. If you need to straighten your legs, that's fine too. But we're just here for another 2 breaths. Okay, and then left knee in, opposite interlace the fingers, hug it in. And do that same thing. So start by, the knee pushes into the hands, and then the hands pull it back. And as we draw it back in, flex the foot, soften the back. So everything's kind of working here. Pull that left hip to the back of your mat, and then feel the right foot just start to anchor into the floor. Smile, so no tension in the face, everything happening below the waist. Good. And keep that integrity, knee, hands, hip, foot, other foot, everything there. And then keep that shape, but slowly start to release all the effort. You just feel like how much room or how much space there is between effort and no effort. Okay, soften your heart, your shoulders, your smile, your breath, everything you can release here. And then slowly, again, bring in the integrity. So you flex through the foot, knee, hand connection, hip connection, other foot connection. And then release, set the foot on the floor. Again, do nothing for 2 breaths, just be here. Okay, so Supta Padagustasana with the right leg we'll start with. So you have your strap, and bring your right foot in, set the strap over the balls of the feet. Now I have my strap done up. I'm going to leave it done up in this loop, and I can just rest my hands in the loops. It's not a big deal. You can have just your strap over, one hand on each side, and then maybe you want to extend the left leg. I'll tell you, my left foot is at the wall. It just worked that way. But if you have a wall nearby, you can press your left foot into, that's great. Okay. All right, start to just move this leg. Now, this loop, it doesn't give me as much freedom to move the leg. So if you're just holding the 2 straps, you're doing great. Just move your leg front to back, a little bit of side to side, maybe some small circles. Just moving this leg and exploring this space here with whatever works. So you can even close your eyes or rest your gaze on your leg as it's moving. Good. Okay, and then we'll come to find your place here. So that might be the leg, away from the hip quite a bit. And trying to find that place where your leg is straight. And press up through the heel. And toes can draw down towards the face. Okay, so just feel whatever this is. We're going to add the integrity. So we're already working the foot a little bit. Okay, so you're pushing up through the sole of your foot, the heel, maybe the balls of the feet. Good. And then see if you can take the thigh and press that away from you. And you're pressing the back of the thigh to the space behind it. And so when I do that, I push the thigh away, I'm creating more space into the hip, that hip crease. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay. Then we'll take both ends of the strap into the left hand. The right thumb is going to go into the hip crease. We're going to press this hip away and draw this leg across just a little bit. We start off with the most unpleasant part. Okay, so you just take the foot across. See if you can take the baby toe edge of your foot and pull it up. So as if it's, when I say up, not to the ceiling, but I'll pull it down. That would be down. As if you want that baby toe to come down towards your tummy. That's not going to happen. That's just pulling that whole outer edge of your foot down. Good. Okay, release the right arm, turn the left leg, and let this right foot or right leg come all the way over to the left. And I'm not letting the leg come down to the floor. I'm holding it up with my hand, with the strap. And then the work here is in this top hip, just pressing it away, flexing the right foot, turn your head to the right. Breathe into your strength. You can start to add the left heel a little bit, pressing it in towards that space behind it or the wall. Good. Okay, and as you inhale, bring your head up, bring the leg up. And let's switch hands. So put the right hand, hold both ends of the strap or whatever you've got, left arm out to the side. Left toes are pointing up to the ceiling again. Flex through your right foot and exhale, slowly take this right leg out. Don't just let it flop. So that you feel like, oh, the left leg is anchoring, the left hip is anchoring. I'm not going to lift that. I'm going to keep it. So if my leg doesn't go that far down to the right where I'd like it to go, but if I take it all the way to the right, the left hip lifts. You really want to try and anchor the left side, take the leg out, press out through the heel, open the back of the leg so the thigh is pressing, back of the thigh is pressing towards the space behind it. So I'm really working the legs. Now I'm going to take the belly and twist it to the left. That's just, you don't have to do anything, but just turn your belly to the left. Breathe and smile. Good. Okay, and then inhale, great integrity, bring the leg up. And just pause here. Left arm can stay out to the side if that's okay. Just let the leg be up, however you're holding your strap. And then release, lower the leg all the way to the floor. And notice, what's changed. So we'll just take 3 breaths, do nothing. Just feel what you've created, recreated. Naturally I'm smiling here. Just feels good, so just share that. All right, left leg in. Sole of the foot, take the strap over the balls of the feet. And once you're here, adjust whatever you need, adjust your strap length or whatever works so that you can find this place here and open up the back of the leg and then start to just, lovingly move the leg side to side a little bit, front to back. Maybe there's some little circles happening. Just feeling into space. Okay, and then as you're ready to settle, then you'll find that place where you can have the legs straight. So, for some of you that might have the leg way below the hip. So dropping down, that's fine. That's why we have the strap. And just settling. And then adding in the flexion of the foot. Press the heel, pull the toes down, breathe. Oh, great. Okay, I'm starting to even press this left back of the left thigh back. So you'll notice what happens when you do that. You know, the belly might come in a little bit of opening through the outer left hip. Okay, then we take both ends of the strap into the right hand, left thumb into the left hip crease, and we'll open this left leg comes to the right, just halfway, a little bit, 3 inches, whatever it is for you, till you feel that, whew, you know, whatever it is you're feeling. And then see if you can pull that baby toe edge of the foot down towards the outer edge of your left leg. And then take that left arm out to the side. Turn your right leg so the baby toe edge of the foot is on the floor, and then start to drop this left leg out. And again, I'm not letting it flop to the floor. I'm going to find the integrity of the leg. Integrity of the right leg maybe adds in. And then pulling that left hip away from your head. And turn your head to the left. And even add that turning of the belly more to the left. Good. Okay, and then flex your feet. Bring your head up, bring the leg up, and then change hands. So the left hand's holding the strap. Right hand can come out to the side. Turn your right leg so the toes are up. And then exhale and slowly drop this leg out to the left. And really I'm holding the right side down as I do this. So I'm not worried about getting the leg all the way down. What happens actually once you find that place, you know, the leg might not go all the way to the floor, probably not. But once you find that and you really start to anchor the right leg away, the left leg will respond by maybe coming up a little higher. Okay, now I'm going to turn the belly to the right. I'm just internal action, just turning the belly. One more breath. And then bring your leg back up. Settle into both hands on the strap for a few moments. Just finding that first part of this sequence. Good. And then we'll slide the strap away, set the strap aside, and release the leg all the way to the floor. And then just pause. I'm going to take my arms up and over the head again. Yogi's choice. Good. Okay, we're going to float right into full happy baby. So I'm going to keep my legs stretched straight, then bring them up. But if you want to bend your knees first, place your feet on the floor. And as you inhale, stretch your arms away from you. Maybe you press the feet into the floor, the heels away from you. And as you exhale, bring the legs up, arms come up, find your happy baby, and rock a little bit side to side. Okay, whatever works for you here. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together and interlace your fingers over top of the soles of the feet. Then you soften through your pelvic floor. And just like we did that Suzanne Summers Thigh Master, I'm going to press the soles of the feet towards each other, even take the heels of the hands and anchor the tops of the feet. Now you open the knees out and then bring the knees in. So you're just, again, it's that Thigh Master. The soles of the feet stay together, and I'm just pumping the knees in towards the arms and out. They're not moving that much, and that's okay. Let's do 3 more, whatever you're doing. Smile at the, I don't know, childlike innocence of just something like this. Okay, then come back to happy baby. 2 more breaths. Okay, then we'll rest. So I'm just going to hug the knees in for a moment, and then place the feet on the floor. And do nothing here. You can let the knees come together. Just close your eyes. Pseudo Shavasana and breathe. Good. Okay. So from this position, I'm going to separate the knees apart. Grab hold of your block. And we'll take that block and you'll place it underneath your sacrum. So let's start with the lowest height, even though, you know, some of you I know like to go to the highest. I like the highest. We're going to start on the lowest height. And just be here. You can keep the feet on the floor, maybe rock the knees a little bit side to side. And you get a nice little massage into your sacrum, your low back. Hopefully that feels good. Good. Okay. And then settle. And we'll bring the right knee into your chest. So if you need your strap, you know where it is. Otherwise, interlace your fingers on top of that shin. Maybe they go down a little bit. And then we're going to straighten the right leg. Now the heel can be on the floor. You can have the leg lifted. Flex through both feet. And really anchor your heel towards the earth. Whether they're touching, you know, that left one's touching the floor or not, press your heels towards the floor. And then hug the knee in a little bit more. So there's a little isometric action as you press the heel down and then hug the knee in. Let the jaw go, shoulders go. And we're going to switch legs, maybe in midair. You'll bring the left knee in, change the interlace, and extend the right leg. And it can be hovering above the floor or on the floor. And feel like you're pressing both heels into the earth. And then hug this shin in, knee in a little more. Drop your shoulders, your jaw. Good. Okay, bring both knees in, and you can take your hands, hold the knees, or if you need to place your hands on the floor, that's fine. Good. Okay, I'm going to extend the legs up to the sky. So now I'm going to bring my hands down, palms face down, anchor the shoulders, extend the legs up. And if you need to have your knees bent, that's fine. Good. Okay, flex through your feet like you were doing this whole time. And we're going to take the right leg and slowly lower it down so it doesn't touch the floor, but you're in this like L with your legs. So the left leg's up, right leg's out. Press the heels away. Drop your shoulders. And now cross the left leg over to the right and the right leg to the left. So they just cross a little bit, like in the air. I know you can't really see, but the left leg is coming over. Yeah. And now bring it back. Change the position of the leg. So the right leg comes up, left leg lowers. Press through your heels here, drop your shoulders, smile, and then the right leg comes over to the left and the left leg moves over to the right. Good. And then release this and bring the left leg back up. Good. Okay, start to bend your knees like you're sitting in a chair. Move the knees over the hips, flex the feet, press the belly to the floor. Smile and breathe. We're going to keep the left leg where it is. Okay, I can see my heels are higher than my knees. I'm going to see if I can lower them. Good. Okay, flex your feet. Now we take just the right, you keep the left leg exactly where it is. Take the right foot, maybe the toes tap the floor, and then you bring it back up. Flex the foot, draw the belly in. Now do the same with the left. Touch the floor, come back. Do it again, tap with your toes. And last one. And now we're going to tap again, but this time with the heel. So lower the right leg, touch the heel, bring it back. Left leg, heel, bring it back. Draw your belly in. Let's do one more each side. Okay, and then bring both knees up. Drop your shoulders, smile, and lower both feet down at the same time. Can they touch? Maybe toes, maybe heels. And then feet to the floor, rest. Good, okay. Walk your feet in, take the block out. Lower your hips all the way to the floor. Separate your feet apart, come to windshield wiper. We're dropping knees all the way over one side and the other. Good. Okay, one more time each side. Good. Come to center. Okay, friends, so we're going to take the block again. Now, if you prefer the lowest height, that's fine. Medium height, go to whichever height you're comfortable. No, we're going to do kind of the same thing we did. We're just going to maybe evolve it a little bit. So I'm going to go highest height because I know I'm stable and comfortable there. But, if that's the lowest height for you and you repeat that, then that's great. That Rome wasn't built in a day. We take our time. So find wherever you are. Block is on the sacrum. Take a few moments here. You might keep the feet on the floor and just rock the knees side to side, kind of massaging, feeling that you are on your bones with the block. Good. Okay, we'll come to center. Now I heel toe the feet together. I'm going to bring the right knee in. Maybe I can grab it, pull it in. Maybe I can't, depends how high you are on the block. Okay, left leg is going to extend. The heel can come to the floor or it can lift up. Good. Okay, breathe here. Press the heels down to the floor, whether they're touching or not. You can do that. You can anchor. Breathe. And I'm going to switch sides. So I'll bring the left knee in, extend the right leg, bring the hands up and hold this left thigh or left shin or left knee or nothing. If you can't get it, it's fine. Press out through your heels. Press the heels to the floor. Good. Okay. Bring the left knee in. You might take your hands and hold your block as you extend your legs up to the sky. Feel what this is for you. You can do this without a block, just a little blanket if that's better. Okay, I flex the feet. Now I let's start with keeping the right leg where it is. Bring the left leg down so you make this L shape. You press through the heels, press the backs of the thighs to the space behind them. If your left leg touches the floor, great, no words. And then switch. So you lift the left leg, lower the right leg, and maybe it's in line with the hip. Press out through the heels. And maybe it lowers down. You can see, there's the floor. Breathe. Good. And then release both legs up. And I'm going to lower the legs like I'm sitting in a chair. Find that place. Okay, so now the floor is further away if you've lifted the block, so just go slow. Keep the left leg where it is, take the right toes down, tap with your tippy toes, and bring it back. Draw the belly down for stabilization, and then do the same with the left. And we'll do toe tapping one more time, each leg. I'm going really slow. I can find the floor. Press the sacrum into the block. Okay, draw the belly down now. We do 4 tapping with the heel. We bring the heel down, back up. And nice and slow. Belly in, press into the block. Keep breathing. And my last heel touch, left leg's coming down. Find your chair. And then we're going to lower both feet to the floor. So hopefully they'll touch at the same time. Heels or toes. And then rest. 2 breaths. Okay, and then we'll walk the feet in. Lift the hips, take the block out, lower down. Then you can set the block aside. We come to windshield wiper. Arms can go over your head or up to the side and just drop your knees side to side. And we just move the back. This is nice release. And okay, friends. So we're going to roll onto the right side and just move your hips. Come and lie on your right side. And we'll just support the head. Let's see. Okay, so you might keep your blanket there or move it out. And we'll come to this thing we've been doing. Okay, so I'll start just here. I have my knees bent. If you have room to, actually, maybe I'm just going to flip. And then I can straighten my legs out. More challenging, the legs are straight out. You have to really challenge your balance, flex your feet. And, you kind of notice what's your tendency here. Oh, that feels good. Put your left hand in front and just roll your hip down and back. Let's do this a few times. Good. Okay. And then we'll come to the center. I know this elbow needs to move back. And support my head, draw the belly in, and now we take that left leg up. You try and keep your balance. Okay. Happy baby. Okay, if you need to bend that back leg, that's fine. Okay, and then start to straighten. So it doesn't need to go perfectly straight. It might. And then I take all of that. I'm going to push the back of the thigh away from me, press out through the heel, lengthen through the other leg. And then if you have room to drop your head, you can do that. You can look up at your foot. Good. Okay. From here, friends, I'm going to release that hand. Keep the leg up. Bring that left hand back down in front of you. And you're going to keep flexing this foot, and you're going to bring this leg in front of you. Like it's going to come right in front. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Yeah, and then we're going to lift it back up. Oh, let's do that 2 more times. So you can go slow. And just feel that you have to engage the leg, the belly. Good. And we'll lift it up, and then we're going to lower it all the way down to meet its partner. Good. Okay. Roll onto your tummy. Let's take a little Cobra space here before we go to the second side. So take your hands underneath, lift your shoulders. You can open your legs wide if you like, extend your legs, and then rise up. And you come up wherever you like. Let's do a little bit of this swaying Cobra thing. You look over one shoulder and the other. Okay. And then lower yourself down. Let's do a baby Cobra. So this is where we take the hands off the floor. Bring your elbows into your body, draw your belly in, lift your head, your chest, lift your hands, maybe lift your legs. Breathe here. Keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Look down and release. Good. Wag your tail, and then we're going to come up onto the left side. So go ahead and find your way onto your left side. I'm just going to flip again. Okay, so finding your head, your legs may be stretched straight or bent. And then flex your feet, draw the belly in with your right hand on the floor. Start to just do this little rolling thing we did. Just roll yourself forward and back a few times. Okay, and then coming to yourself here, take that elbow back, find your length. Yes, okay, then we start to bring this leg in. We're going to happy baby or half happy baby. So you start here, do what you need to do with your bottom leg, and then start to straighten. Again, it's about pressing the thigh back, pressing out through the heel. Draw your belly in, and then if you feel you can drop the head here, and go ahead. I'm going to press my tailbone towards the back of the mat. Okay, then we'll release the hand. You can bring it down in front of you again. Maybe you look at your foot and you start to guide this leg down. And we'll lift it up. And we'll do that 3 times in total. I'm going so slow so I can actually feel, what's happening. The hips, the tush comes back. And I lower the leg, and then the lifting. I think that was 3, but now I feel like I want to do 1 more. So I'll do 1 more. Good. Okay, and then we'll lower this leg down and come back to here, and then roll onto your tummy again. Okay, this time take your hands, and we're going to just take locust. So the arms can come up. Maybe you interlace your fingers if that's okay for you, or you can even grab your strap or just keep the arms lifting. But if you can interlace the fingers, lift the elbows, lift the shoulders, and then lift your head, your heart. Lift the shoulders, I said shoulders twice because it's that important. Lift your legs, and maybe the arms are going to lift. And then look down at the floor. Breathe. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And release yourself, come into rest. So maybe the backs of the hands are on the floor and you put your right cheek on the floor. And breathe here. We'll just do that one more time. So same thing. So you lift your head, look at the floor. Either take your arms up in the air or change the interlace. Lift your shoulders, lift your head, your heart, your legs if you like. Straighten your arms if that's going to happen. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Look down. Bring the shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. And release. Backs of the hands to the floor, left cheek to the floor. Good. Okay. Come back. So here we go. Done your asana. We've done all this leg stuff. You know, if I reach back, you know what's coming next, right? We're going to hold the tops of the feet. So you have your strap nearby. If you need your strap, because you can't grab the tops of the feet, use your strap. And you just wind your hands on the strap to hold the feet. Okay, if you have your feet, you're not using a strap, you're going to use your hands. Release the legs. If you've got your strap, you did enough work to get there. Otherwise, release the legs. Look down at the floor. Now see, can you catch your feet at the same time? Bend your knees. Can you catch them at the same time? It doesn't matter if you did or not, it's just play. Okay, let's start like this. Take the feet out and bring them in like you're 5 and you're just moving your feet. They're clapping, coming out a few times. Just do that. Good. And then bring the feet into their place. Flex the toes. Tops of the feet or the ankles, whatever you're holding, press into the hands. Start to move the shoulders away from your ears and then keep going wherever you go. You might get the thighs to lift. You can rest on your tummy. Spread your toes. Breathe. If you can bring the feet a little closer together. And then release. Come all the way out. Rest completely. Maybe the forehead rests on the hands here. Breathe. And we're going to do that again. So I'm just looking around beside me because we did that rocking side to side the other class, and whether you did it or not doesn't matter, but it's just kind of a fun thing to practice. And then one day you get it and you're like, wow, it's so exciting. Okay, so we come back. If you're using your strap, that's fine. If you want to watch me first, I'll do it really quick. So I just bend my knees, catch hold of the feet. I'm going to rock over to one side. So I have to lift the opposite thigh. Let gravity do the work. And then I'll push that leg out, come back and do the other side. Okay, so if you're doing it already, great. You'll do like 2 rolls. If you're here, grab your feet, flex the toes, push the feet into the hand, rise up wherever you go. And then you see, can I lift one thigh, rock over, and the other side. If you can get this rocking or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do 1 more on each side. And once you're done, you're done. And then we get to rest. Beauty, guys. Nice. And then release. Let your head rest. You might turn the toes in, heels out. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, we're going to come up and back, child's pose. Up and back, child's pose. And maybe knees together or knees apart, whichever is better for you. Okay, let's do this though. In your child's pose, let's bring the hips to the heels. So do that. If that doesn't work for you, throw a blanket in between and let that be your focal point. So I want to keep the hips to the heels and then drop myself down. So if it's a choice, you know, sometimes we bring the head down, the hips lift. So you might keep your head lifted. You might grab your block, throw it underneath your head. So with the hips on the heels, you slowly lower your head. It doesn't matter if it touches the floor today. You really just want to anchor that low back, open it. So let your head go, but not at the expense of the hips and the heels. Okay, breathe nice and deep into your back. And nice. And taking 2 more breaths here. Let them be melty, full, healing. And, okay, and then we'll come up to sitting. Good. I really feel like a camel, even though we're at the end of practice, but I feel I'm just going to slip this in super quick. So I'm just going to rise up onto the knees. I'm going to step 1 foot forward and take this little like half camel. So I'll come up, tuck the toes under. I'm going to step the right foot forward, boom, and take the left hand to the heel and just reach this right arm up. And then I'll just let the hips come forward. I'll bend into that right knee, extend through the arm. Good. And then release, come back with the other leg. So nice, you guys. Okay, step the left foot forward. Left foot comes down, right hand finds the heel. And then we reach up and you just find your place here, whatever that is, whatever you're feeling. Find your expression, your opening. And then we'll come back and might as well sit on the toes for a moment. Okay, thank you. All right, we're gonna go into Shavasana. That for me is gonna be legs up the wall. So we have, about maybe 7-8 minutes. And so I'll let you know if you wanna do legs up the wall for a little bit and then come out, I'll let you know. And if you wanna just set up for a beautiful Shavasana, do that. But as you well know, we've done lots of leg stuff. So it's sometimes really, really nice just to take them up the wall. And I'll take a bolster for underneath my hips and a blanket nearby for the head. Okay. And then we have our straps here. So see, I'll belt the legs once I'm up. Okay, sit. Get the tush to the wall, take the arm underneath, flip. And then if you're like, well, I'm not quite there, you might want to be further away from the wall if that's better for your legs. A little support underneath the hips and the sacrum is nice. And then I'll take this strap. I'm just going to bring it to the tops, or just below the knees, and just tie it up. And then the legs can kind of rest there. So I have it, I kind of looped it, tightened it, and it's just around the thighs. Okay, and then resting into your stillness and into everything you have cultivated and invited in. Here is the time to just rest in your stillness, into your practice. And feel your breath. And settling into this rest. Just letting everything soften as much as you can. Muscles of your face, your jaw, your tongue, the tops of your shoulders, the shoulder blades, your expanding heart. Just feel everything resting, nothing to do, nowhere to be, and no one to be. Just be. If you're happy in the position you've chosen, stay as you are. And if you'd like to transition, then now would be the time. If you'd like to move into a different form of Shavasana, lying flat on your back, now would be the time. Okay, if you're still in legs up the wall, or even if you're lying down and you'd like to just change the position of your legs. So I'm just going to slip the strap off and move into a Baddha Konasana at the wall. The soles of the feet together and the knees open. And I might take my hands and just massage the inner thighs, outer thighs a little bit. And stay here for a few breaths if that's okay for you. And if it doesn't feel so good, you'll just open your legs wide apart. You could do that. And then staying as you are, or re-extending your legs if you wish for our final few moments here. And choosing to stay in your rest as we seal this practice. If you wish to rest for longer, or beginning to make your little movements through your ankles, your wrists, your toes, your fingers, maybe stretching the arms over your head, and bending your knees. And I'm going to place my feet at the wall and just lift the hips for a moment. Good. And then bringing yourself to rest on your side if that is where you're heading. And we'll just take a few moments here. Just allow the body to come into this halfway place. And then arising as you're ready. Come to seated. I'm just resting once you come up. That's so nice, so many cameras are on. I can see your practice, so beautiful. Turn your palms up and let's drop into this place here, just bringing yourself back to the beginning of our practice. We started just like this, and just noticing what has changed, the quality of your breath, the way your body feels, and the energy you feel around your body. You know, maybe the temperature feels different. You feel very held by the space around you. And inhale just like this, and as you exhale, bring the hands together in front of your heart and bow your chin with great reverence and devotion to yourself and to your practice and to this space of your own creation. I'm going to add to Zoom as well for allowing this to happen. And at the same time, I also honor all of my teachers. And I honor all of you in this great practice of presence. And as you inhale, anchor your sit bones, lengthen yourself tall, lift your chin. And as you exhale, stay as you are. You might have your eyes closed or gently open them. And we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Bowing your chin, take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Lift your chin and open your eyes and offer this blessing to yourself and to all of us here. Great namaste from my heart. Mwah. To all of you. Thank you so much, you guys. Happy yoga and happy Friday. Yes, I see you. I love it. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day.